Before we get started with our practice, I would love to bring your attention to one of my favorite words again that is very related to our practice. And that word is responsibility, and particularly self-responsibility. And why I love that word. When you look at responsibility, it has a verb in it, and that verb is to respond. So, and this is what we learn in mindfulness and meditation, that we learn to respond to whatever life throws at us, so that when our buttons and our triggers get pushed, we don't react and we don't fall back into habits or patterns that we have picked up along the way, that have protected us and supported us, but which have not been the best for us. So I hope that during our time together that you have felt the difference, what it feels like to be calm and at peace and relaxed, and become a little bit more aware of what it feels like when you're not. Maybe you are able now to pinpoint your triggers, and your body is letting you know. And so when you feel, for example, the clenching of the jaw, the tightness in the chest, the shoulders going up to your ears, or things just feeling very constricted and tight, the breathing changing, being more shallow or fast, so that hold on, I'm heading into a way that is not supporting me in the best possible way. Let me reverse that. And there's also this term monkey mind that comes up. I'm sure maybe you've heard of it. Monkey mind means, is a Buddhist term that just means, that the thoughts are going all over the place. And it's called monkey mind because it's the visual that, there are several monkeys, jumping from tree to tree and from branch to branch. And these are our thoughts. And they also kick up often when we start meditation and mindfulness practice. I'm sure you've had this, it's this perfect, I don't have time, or yes, but, or, when we start to question things and the doubt comes in. And monkey mind has a way of messing with us, and just knowing that this is monkey mind, you can do something about it. You can visualize the monkey and put the monkey in the corner for some time out, for example, like you do with a little kid that is not behaving. Or you can just not feed that monkey anymore by redirecting your thoughts. That's just something that, because a lot of people, when we start these things and they're wondering, silently, not a lot express that, but when we start and it's just like, why can I not stay present? Why is my mind going all over the place? Why is it so difficult for me to meditate and be still? The goal is not to reach complete inner stillness and silence. It's not possible in our everyday life. We are not meditating 20 hours a day. I cannot even do that. But it is for us to be really important to become aware, oh, my mind is going to be hijacked by monkey mind again. Let's take that focus somewhere else. So I just wanted to share that with you as we practice today, in case some of the distracting thoughts creep in again. So, as we get settled, just notice as you're seated or lying down, just checking in with your comfort level. The most important thing is that you're comfortable. Because when we're not comfortable, there are some things that require our attention again. And let's see how we can limit the distractions. And now as you have settled in, just maybe becoming a little bit more aware when you're seated, for example, of your feet. And just check in with your feet. Check in with your heel, your little toe and your big toe as you're taking root. You practice first with the right foot and then with the left foot. Or if you're lying down, just press the heel onto the surface where you are right now, just to really reinforce that grounding energy, reminding us that we are connected to the earth, that our bodies are grounded to the earth. And just checking in with our shoulders, if we can relax them a little bit more, if we can drop them a little bit more. Like a coat on a coat rack, just hanging there, nice and loose. Maybe when you're seated, you would like to have your chin parallel to the ground. And just open your mouth a little bit so there's a little bit of space between the back of your teeth. And if it feels right for you, and you haven't done so already, I invite you to close your eyes. And if you prefer to keep them open, just find a focus point about 3 feet in front of you, so that you can rest your gaze there. Let's take a few moments now to become the observers of our breath. And just noticing how it flows in and out of us without any judgment. Maybe tracing it as it travels into your body, and just notice where it is traveling to. Is it traveling down your throat into your chest, all the way down into your belly, or is it traveling to your chest and then maybe to your shoulders and to the back of your shoulders, to your lungs and the back of your body? Maybe it helps you to bring your focus also to the temperature of your breath, that the air may be, depending on how the temperature in the room is where you are right now, that the air may feel a bit cooler when it comes in through your nose, and as it becomes warmer in your body. And maybe as you have that interplay between the inhale and the exhale, you can feel the wave-like sensations, the steady rhythm of your breath. I'm going to be quiet for a few moments so that you can go on your own exploration. Now let's take some deep breaths in all the way, coming in through our nose, traveling down our throat, down our chest, all the way into our lower belly. When it reaches there, hold it for a moment. And then on the exhale, you may want to use your arms and your hands and then just push it out. Push your hands toward the screen as you exhale. Just to really give it a little bit more oomph as you exhale, to really help release and let go. And so the next cycle, inhale slowly and deeply, all the way into your lower abdomen, filling your whole body, the front, and don't forget also the back of your bodies, with this life force, this oxygen that is there. And then on the exhale, push everything out that doesn't serve you any longer. Push the air out so that we really have more space for all the goodness and all the support that the oxygen is bringing into our systems. And maybe it helps you too if you include the sound ah on the exhale. So as we're inhaling, the air is coming in, filling ourselves, and then on the exhale, we're pushing it out. It's like we can support this movement with the sound of ah, whatever feels right for you. And just finding that flowingness. Let's do 10 of these. Inhaling slowly and deeply all the way into the lower abdomen, and then on the exhale, just pushing the breath out, away from us, to be recycled, transformed, transmuted. And just find your own pace and your own rhythm as you're doing that. Remembering there's no right way or wrong way, there's only your way. And when you're done with 10 of these, I invite you to place your hands on your lower abdomen. And I'm going to be quiet now so that I don't distract you. I think that you should all be done now with the 10 movements, and your hands are already resting on your lower abdomen. And just taking a moment, check in with yourselves again. Just notice your shoulders, see if you can have them supported by your rib cage. Just taking a moment to check in with your hands. Noticing how the palms of your hands are feeling on your body. The weight of every finger. Maybe you can even feel the movement of the air on the back of your hands. Maybe you can also feel your belly rising and falling with every breath that you're taking. And I invite you now to bring your mind and your focus to that area where your hands are. So the mind has some place to rest on. As you begin to slow down your breathing even more, and as you find your own rhythm to anchor yourself in that area, we call that area the hara. It's our core, it's our center. And just find your own rhythm as you're inhaling slowly and deeply into the hara. When the air reaches there, hold it. And then exhale. And really feel how you become heavier and more connected in that area, grounding us, connecting us to the earth. And if you need a little mantra to help you with this and to help your mind stay focused even more, on the inhale you can say internally, or if you're alone, also out loud, I'm grounded to the earth. And on the exhale, I'm centered in my being. I'm grounded to the earth. I'm centered in my being. I'm grounded to the earth. I'm centered in my being. And let's play with this for a bit. And again, I'm going to be quiet so that you can find your own rhythm. And now, let's leave the right hand where it is. Let's bring the left hand to our chest. And again, feel the touch of your hands on your chest and the touch of your other hand on your lower belly. Notice the weight of your hands on your body. How your hands feel and your fingers. And how you can maybe feel the air move at the back of your hands. And just notice the interplay between your chest and your belly as you're breathing, as both are moving. Bringing your attention to the space between your hands and under your hands. Just noticing your own personal rhythm. Let's stay in the centering position for a few minutes, a few moments. Helping us to develop a strong core, a strong trunk. Like a strong tree that is rooted to the earth, grounded in the earth, that has the strength and resiliency to withstand or to move with whatever life is throwing at us, but in a flexible, adaptable way so that we don't break. And maybe the image of a strong, beautiful tree helps you to stay focused too. And then in your own time, when you feel that you have a strong connection between your core, the right hand, and your heart, your chest, the left hand, I invite you to keep your right hand where it is and place your left hand on your forehead. Symbolizing the connection between the mind to your core, to your hara. Giving the mind something to rest on as we are now in this balancing position. And this may feel uncomfortable for you because you're not used to holding your arms that way, and that's quite all right. Adjust as needed or bring your left hand down to your right hand, that's quite all right. But this is helping us to remind us that the mind needs a resting place, a center to always come back to, so that monkey mind doesn't have too many branches and too many trees to jump back and forth from. And if you can, just stay there for a few more breaths. And then bringing the hands both together in front of the hara again, your core, your center. Maybe now visualizing a mountain in front of you. Mountain with a solid base and a strong foundation. representing your connection to your hara, to your base, to your foundation. And let's just rest there for a while. There's nothing that we need to do. We can just be in this space. And then let's bring our hands to our heart and to our chest. Feeling maybe the warmth and the gentle touch of our hands on our chest. Maybe we can move the arms a little bit so that there's a little bit of more spaciousness by pulling our shoulders back, maybe if that's possible and comfortable. By also maybe moving the arms just a little bit so that you have more space between your armpits and your torso. And just feeling the gentle touch and warmth of your hands on your chest. Feeling the air move in the back of your hands, the rising and falling of your breathing. Let's see if we can also relax the back a little bit more. The space between the shoulder blades. And directing some of the breath towards our back, towards the back of our lungs. Like the lungs are expanding like balloons. And as the lungs are expanding, the shoulder blades are moving up because they have a little bit more space. Maybe we can let go of some of the muscular tension because we don't need to hold anything in space anymore, in place anymore. Because when the lungs are nice and filled and inflated, the shoulders again have some place to rest on. Literally giving us more breathing space. And just play with that and play with the movement of your breath and of the air. And just explore. Again, there is no right way or wrong way. There's only your way. Just stay there for a little bit longer if you can. And then you can bring down your hands to your lap, palms facing upwards. And if you like, you can join me in setting the intention for today, for your week, for the rest of the month. What would you like to experience? How would you like to experience life? Or what would you like to focus on? And just taking a moment to invite this quality, the sensation in, anchoring it in your lower belly. So that you have a place to return to when you get distracted. And just imagine or visualize what it feels like to experience that quality and that sensation that you would like to invite in, or that you are inviting in. Maybe if it feels right for you and you want to seal that intention within yourself, you can bring your right hand back on your hara and your left hand back on your heart in your centering position. And then whenever it feels right for you, you can bring down your hands again, in whichever way they fall naturally to you. And if you like, you can visualize how you're stepping into a beautiful waterfall shower. You're standing underneath a waterfall, and that water is flowing down your head, your face, your temples, the back of your head, your neck, your shoulder blades, your shoulders, your spine, your chest, your torso, your belly, coming down your arms, Flowing down the back of your thighs, your legs, your calves, your heels, the front of your thighs, your knees, your shin bones, your feet. Washing away everything that feels heavy and that doesn't serve you any longer. And at the same time, refreshing you. For the day ahead, for the week ahead. And then step out of this waterfall or this shower. Let yourself dry by the sun. You can feel the warmth of the sun on your skin, on your face, nurturing you, supporting you, filling you with additional vibrancy. Like the sun does with all the fruits and vegetables that it's shining upon, giving them their lushness, their vibrancy, their colors. And then slowly, as we need to transition back into our everyday lives, just take a couple of deep breaths, whichever way feel right for you. And then maybe on the exhale, letting it all out with a big sound of ah again. Now let's bring some gentle movement back by wiggling our fingers and our toes. Maybe doing some shoulder rolls. Turning your head very gently from side to side. Very gently nodding yes, or shaking the head no. Maybe stretching, whatever feels good for you, because your body knows best. Thank you all for joining me for your practice this morning.